What if I told you that your phone, your social media, even your fitness tracker is constantly collecting data on you, even when you're not aware of it? What if I told you that your location, conversations, and even your habits are being recorded, not just to help you, but to control you? In this video, I'll reveal how the matrix of technology is keeping you under its watchful eye, how it manipulates your every move, and most importantly, how you can break free. Stay tuned guys, because in this video, I've done so much groundwork that you ain't gonna wanna miss. And by the end of this video, you know exactly how to protect yourself and reclaim your privacy. This isn't just about social media, it's about your freedom. The first thing you need to understand is that data is the new gold. Every second you're online, browsing, using apps, or even when you're on your phone, in your pocket, data is being collected. But how exactly is this happening? There are many ways that your information is gathered. Each time you scroll, like a post, or you search for something on Google, here's how the matrix collects data on you. Microphone and smart devices. Your smart speakers like Alexa, Google Home, even your phone's voice assistant are constantly listening. They claim that they're only active with certain commands, but reports show they record much more than we think. Companies say it's for improving voice commands, but the reality is they store and analyze everything from advertising and behavior predictions. Next, location tracking. Most apps are tracking your location even when you're not using them. Have you ever noticed ads pop-ups for places where you're visited or spoken about recently? That's because your phone's location services are always on, and even apps like Instagram or Facebook track your location to personalize content. Next, social media algorithms and behavior data. What you post, comment on, or even hover over for a second on social media is recorded and analyzed. Social media platforms track every interaction, your likes, shares, even how you pause on certain images, guys. The goal is to create a behavior profile of you, and it gets more detailed by the day. Next, cookies and browser data. Cookies are used to track your browsing activities across the internet. If you've ever looked at a pair of shoes online, then suddenly seen ads for them everywhere, you've experienced the power of cookies, guys. Not long ago, I noticed ads popping up for something I hadn't even searched for, just talked about with a friend. It was then I realized my phone's microphone and locations were being used to target me with ads. That's when I started to research just how deep this goes. And in this video, trust me guys, it's gonna get deeper, so stay tuned, because the things I found out are gonna blow your mind. So, why does the Matrix care so much about your data? Why are tech companies so invested in tracking everything you do? It's simple. Data equals power and money. Here's why. Advertising. The primary reason of advertising, companies pay millions to tech giants like Google and Facebook for access to your data, so they can target you with highly specific ads. The more data they have, the more precise the targeting, and the more likely you are to click. In fact, in 2022, Facebook generated over 117 billion in ad revenues. Nearly all of it was from selling your data to advertisers. Next, behavioral predictions. But it goes deeper than that. These companies use your data to predict your behavior. Again, I repeat, to predict your behavior. Not to monitor, to predict your behavior. What you'd buy, where you'd go, even how you'd vote. Your patterns are analyzed to manipulate your choices. Social media platforms know that the more they engage you, the more data they get, and the more they profit. Ever wondered why you get sucked into endless scrolling on Instagram or TikTok? It's because the algorithms are designed to keep you engaged, learning more about you with every swipe. Next, government surveillance. Now you're probably thinking, oh, so I click off this video? No, stay, because you need to know this stuff. Government surveillance, and it's not just about ads. Your data is being shared with government agencies for surveillance purposes. In many cases, tech companies are required to hand over data without you ever knowing. Google, Facebook, and even Apple have complied with government requests to access private user data. Guys, this is legitimate stuff. This is legal. I'll give you an example. Edward Snowden's revelations about the NSA's mass data collection program. This was real. I've done the research. factual insights. According to reports, in 2020 alone, Google received over 40,000 data requests from government agencies, and they complied with 82% of them. This is the reality, guys. Your data isn't just used to sell you products, but also to track your movements, your associations, and even your political views. I remember one time when I was in an area in East London in the United Kingdom, and I'll never forget this moment. I was talking on the phone to somebody, and this was during the high rise of terrorism. And I remember talking to someone, me and somebody was debating about what we heard on the news. And I can't remember, I don't know if I can even say it on YouTube now, but I said a word and my phone stopped. Literally, I was on a phone call, the phone stopped, and I started hearing these static noises, like interference noises. And then I heard people in the background. On my phone, I heard people in the background. It's almost like the feed somehow tapped into their radio somewhere, some people in some sort of office that was listening to me, or they tapped into listening to me because of the word that I used, which might have been a trigger or a buzzword at the time, and literally it revealed itself to me. That was creepy, scary, and from that moment I knew exactly this is real. And it's important that you guys know this. You think you're just browsing or casually chatting with your friends, but in reality, you're feeding the matrix more information than you realize. And the more you feed it, the more control it has over you. Constant surveillance isn't just about privacy. It affects how we think, act, and even feel. The matrix isn't just watching you, it's shaping your entire world, your reality. This is the reason why Coreality is so important, that I fight for you guys, not just for myself, for you guys, to set you free so you can have the life that you want and live by the rules that you make. So, digital manipulation. What you see online is tailored specifically for you, based on your data profiles. The matrix pushes certain ideas, ads, and content to manipulate your actions. Ever notice how after you search for something once, it becomes all you see? Your digital experiences is being shaped and manipulated in ways you can't even see. So it's important that you monitor this, guys, so you can think about when you see things in front of you, where it's come from. It's important you understand this. Next, the attention economy. The longer you spend on your phone, the more data you generate. Social media platforms and apps are built to keep you addicted. This attention economy is how they make money. They use every psychological trick in the book to keep you hooked. This isn't an accident, guys. These platforms are designed to be addictive, constantly drawing your attention back with notifications, curated feeds, and infinite scrolling. There was a point in my life when I realized I was spending hours every day scrolling social media without even, thinking. I felt more disconnected, more anxious, and less in control of my life. That's when I decided to step back and understand how this digital trap was affecting me. And I discovered just how powerful these platforms are and how they're manipulating my mind. I've made a video on it, guys. You can see it right here. Again, it's important that you understand the tools that they use. One person once said to me that you need to understand how somebody's planning to attack you in order for you to defend. If you're having a fight or any form of conflict with somebody, from once you understand how they're going to come at you, you're more equipped to handle it. It could be physical, it could be an argument, it could be come with evidence. Just in a court of law, you need to understand this. In a court of law, as a lawyer, you don't just gather information just to support your claim. You need to predict also what they're going to come to you with. It works the same way, guys. You need to understand how they're getting at you guys, how they're controlling you, how they're manipulating you. It's very, very important. Studies show that excessive social media use leads to anxiety, depression, and even a diminished ability to focus. One study even found that the more time you spend online, the more your mental health suffers. I know you guys know this. This constant surveillance and manipulations are designed to keep you engaged, spending, and trapped in the matrix. But here's the way to escape. You might be wondering, how do you break free from all of this? How do you reclaim your privacy and live a life outside of the control of the matrix? Here's what I did and what you can do too. Number one, or step one, digital minimalism. The first step is to minimize your digital footprint. Reduce your use of apps that track you. Turn off your unnecessary notifications. Deny app access to your locations and delete apps that aren't essentials. Also, delete them after you use them. One of my mentors always used to say to me, when you're doing things that are important in life, don't have no digital gadgets around you. So I'll give you an example. When you're eating, that's important in life, right? Don't have digital things around you. When you're sleeping, don't have digital things around you. When you're meant to be spending times with friends, families, or anyone important, don't have digital things around you. When you're in business or working environments, don't have digital things around you. But what do? We have digital things around us when we're doing all of these things. And that's why they're gathering so much information and why we're so hooked, guys. So step 2, encrypted communication. Use, and again, this is not for everybody, but there's a reason why certain people speak in certain code because of this reason. Use encrypted messaging services like Signal or Telegram instead of standard SMS or WhatsApp. These services protect your messages from being accessed by third parties. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of the general brands that we use, they're all connected within a ecosystem. But there is platforms and tools and softwares out there and programs that are designed to be more safe. How Signal and Telegram have become the go-to platforms for privacy-conscious users. Step 3, VPN and privacy tools. Use a VPN to protect your browser habits from being hacked by the internet service providers. Tools like Tor or Brave browser can also enhance your privacy by blocking trackers and encrypting your activities. A VPN hides your IP address as well, making it harder for companies and governments to track your online activities. You're probably thinking, I don't want to do that, that seems like a bit of illegal, guys. Trust me, it's very, very important in today's world to do that, because not just you being hacked, but big corporations are being hacked. Barclays, banks, TV companies, so much things are being hacked nowadays, so it's important that you protect yourself. And step 4, limit smart devices. Turn off or limit the use of smart devices like Alexa or Google Home. These devices are constantly listening. Even when you think they're not, they are. At the end of the day, the Matrix's goal is to control not just what you buy, but how you think and act. But here's the truth. It's possible to live free from this control. But here's the explanation of the Matrix's goal. It's important that you understand this. The ultimate goal of the Matrix is total surveillance, knowing where you are, what you think, and what you're likely to do next. With this information, they can manipulate your actions and behaviors on a massive scale. This isn't just about advertising, it's about shaping society and keeping you distracted from what really matters, your freedom, your mind, and your potential. What is the end game? The end goal is a world where everybody is plugged into the Matrix, never questioning, never thinking freely, but you don't have to be a part of this world. So here's my steps, or here are a few steps to live free. Move to a location where fewer surveillance tools. And when I say move to a location, if you have the capabilities, move to a country. If you don't, move to a certain area, be around certain people. Again, your circle are also surveillance, guys. Your circle is very important. If people are not following your path or living in the way that you want to live, they are almost what I call an agent of the system, and you've got to be careful because they are also surveillancing you. So move to a location where fewer surveillance tools. Where you live and travel also plays a role. Some countries have fewer surveillance measures, allowing for more private and free life. Consider moving or traveling to places that prioritize privacy over control. And live with intention. The key to breaking free is intentional living. Limit your digital consumption, unplug regularly, and focus on real life connections. The less you rely on technology, the more control you take back. I'm not saying to completely just abandon technology, I love technology, but there is a consumption level that you need to monitor. Too much of something is not good. Use tools or use gadgets as tools. Again, and what does that mean? Use it for something that benefits you. Use it to aid what you're trying to achieve. But once you've accomplished that goal, that singular micro goal, put the gadget down, turn it off, stop using it. If you're ready to take control of your life, start by taking control of your data. Break free from the Matrix, limit your digital footprint, protect your privacy, and live a life that's truly your own. It's pivotal you reprogram your mind to escape the Matrix for good. Rebuild your mindset, your habits, and your entire life so that you can truly live free. So how do you do that? By subscribing, staying up to date, and watching my videos or videos like this on breaking free from the Matrix. We're just getting started, trust me, and there's so much more to uncover. So if you're ready, I'll see you in the next video.